All right, so we'll wait for some people to get in here. Obviously, we're gonna be talking about Lil Dave and what happened with Lil Dave. We got more news. I was aware as soon as he was let out. I just didn't report on it because it wasn't time to report on it. You know, sometimes the right choice is just to wait, to sit back. That way you don't accidentally implicate somebody in something that they don't need to be implicated in. So when he was released, I sat on it, talked to who I needed to talk to, got the information that I needed to get before I spoke on it. You know, even further than just breaking the story. Like the picture in the thumbnail is the picture of Lil Dave actually being arrested in this incident. Uh, you know, and shout out to everybody who was showing me enough respect, or showing me some respect at least, that when I came out with this, they said, all right, well, I'm gonna run with it then. I mean, that's a good feeling too, you know, because I try not to step off the porch unless I know I'm gonna land on the sidewalk, at least, hopefully. Not always, but so with Lil Dave, you guys saw he was arrested, then he was released. Before his arraignment, he was released. Like, the DA declined to pick up charges, which is a funny style to me anyway, but Dave's kind of funny style anyway. So it kind of goes with the flow. When it comes to what happened here, this is my understanding of what happened. There were members of the Mongols Motorcycle Club in this bar, restaurant, older members, older gentlemen. Doesn't make them any less gangster or any less of men by any means. They're just up in their age. Now, Lil Dave, he's been real tight about where he goes. He's not going anywhere, right? Not anywhere he's going to be seen. He steps into Pasadena, walks into a restaurant, boom, four faces he really recognizes because they were around way before he even came into the club. You know, he knew who these guys were. Now they get to jawing at each other, and a 30-year member, I don't know who fired off first. I'm not going to say. You know what I'm saying? Because then it shows self-defense, any of that shit. Somebody punched somebody. This 30-year member is getting into it with Lil Dave. Immediately he pulls out the box cutter and hits him. It's a superficial, though. It's like, it's not a deadly wound, but it is still, I mean, you don't know that at that time, right? All you know is there's blood. The cops were there immediately, like right away. They broke it up. So, like, it didn't even have a chance to, like, marinate a little bit and you know, let the old school get in there and start showing you your toe holds and shit like that. You know, like the old school can. They hit like mules. Old man hit you like you've never been hit before. You know, but they put Dave in cuffs right away, take him off, right? They give him the attempt murder, and that should be that. Except then he's released. Like, not on bond or anything. He's got a certificate of release from LA County, who, I mean, yeah, they're doing catch and release, come back to your court date, but this dude ain't even got a court date. He's done. He's good to go. Now, that kind of falls in line with what they're saying, what he said to his own old lady. Like, let's not get that twisted too. Like, this ain't a rumor. This is something he said. And but then there's been no paperwork to show, like, any product of that. Like okay, so he said he's working with this Fed, and basically they're not going to let him skate no more because a new Fed's coming in. But, like, nobody got arrested under any investigation that his name's on. So either they covered that up real nice, or it just hadn't had a time. I don't know. I know Little Dave can definitely, I mean, you got to give them props where props are due, right? After Doc, Lil Dave comes in, they tear the club, they strip it all the way to fuck down and bring it all the way up, right? And that's where it's at today. Now, the men that took over after Lil Dave have a real heavy hand in the expansion across all the states. Basically, the Mongols are like, they're representing in places they weren't representing before, and they're doing it in a efficient manner. I've said it before. Right now, that's the club. Right now, you know, the Outlaws are always going to be respected. You would hope that the Hell's Angels would be in there somewhere, but right now they're putting on their boo boo face with all the bullshit they're doing. And then you got the Mongols who are like, they're showing you how to come out of the bullshit, out of the muck, out of the quicksand, and build back with just strong members. Period. That's it. You know, quantity is nothing. Quality over quantity all day long. And so that's what they've done. And Dave did have a hand in that, but he also was caught on tape by his boo thing talking about working with the feds. And well, I mean, that's that. So he's out the club, and he's been real sketchy about going anywhere that he thinks he might run into somebody. And then he runs into somebody, and it's like, you know, it's the 30-year member of the club, you know? And it was like a 4-on-4, but was it? It was really a 1-on-1. And an argument turned into somebody, you know, saying, well, get him up, let's get it, to somebody saying, nah, man, here, hold my box cutter real quick. And, I mean, at the end of the day, you get no points for that, though, Dave. Like, it was even matched. You were in there with, Dave was in there with his friends. He didn't walk in there alone, like, or with his old lady and his kids. He walked in there with his friends. They were evenly numbered. Nobody else was pulling nothing out. And the dude's a 30-year member, so you got to put him at what? At the very, very least 50s. You know? I mean, come on. Get that shit up, dude. Get that shit up. But hey, whatever. He wasn't going to stick around to find out. He just got to business, I guess, and I don't know, maybe he was packaging stuff earlier or something and just happened to have that in his pocket. But I mean, that's what's really going on. It was members that were in there. They were just minding their business eating, and here comes, you know, well, we can't just sit here and enjoy our meal right now. We got to fucking go over here and say hello. And then, you know, Dave got sketched out. I guess that's how that had to go, man. Dave's in his 50s too, right? But Dave wasn't no 30-year member. I promise you that. And it smells to me like, I don't know, man. I hate to throw a jacket on a dude who his wife already threw a jacket on and with his own mouth, so fuck it. It smells to me like there might be an indictment coming down the pipeline somewhere, and they're just going to lump this into it too. And maybe Dave will, you know, he'll get his lifelong dream of being on the stand testifying against his buddies. So I don't know, man. I don't know exactly how to take it. I do know this. I have never seen anything like that before. Not in LA County especially. Like, well, you could post bail when you get there and you're not getting out that fast. This dude got out that fast with no charges. I've been set up by cops, and I got to wait for the DA to come across my case just to look at the tapes to go, uh-oh, maybe we should take care of this. You have to file motions for shit like that. The DA's not just going and looking at shit like that. I mean, high profile probably, but the DA's going to release them like that? Something's behind it. Something don't smell right. Smells fishy. I don't know. It wasn't. I don't know what to. I don't even. It blows my mind. How the fuck you get out of that? How you get out of that? There's no. It makes no sense. It's crap. It's bullshit. So, I'm guessing that Freddie Fetty over there came on in there and said, "Hey man, he's with us," and they said, "All right, man, take it easy. Don't worry about them charges. Don't worry about the fact you just pulled out a weapon in a fist fight and like sliced a old man. Me, if I'm in that same situation, I'm catching an old man assault charge, man. They're going to tack on the 15 years to the end of it and say, dumping on the elderly. I mean, they just did that to Richie. They said Richie, who is an old man from Bakersfield, the president of the Hells Angels of Bakersfield, got into a fight with another old man, and they tacked on, the protected people fucking charge with it. So, Farmetto, what's up, my dude? I see Josh up in here. I see a bunch of you up in here. I mean, what's good for the goose is good for the gander, right? But not Lil Dave. So you got to have some kind of a special relationship going on with somebody that has enough power and pull to go ahead and wipe that under the rug for the 10th time. Like, this dude just does what he wants now. He's just going to walk around Pasadena with his chest puffed out like, do something, fool. They ain't going to do nothing to me. I mean, and kudos to, those dudes, they didn't sit there and enjoy their meal. They went over there and they said, Dave, we don't like you, right? We don't want you around here, right? Yeah. Because the one time that you was talking to your wife about, the Fed buddy that you got that was keeping you safe. Yeah. I'm telling you, asking for a friend, right? What are we asking? Uh-oh. Gonna make me roll through it again. What do we got? Yeah. Hey, here's the other thing, and I'm gonna address it. Fuck it. I'm salty. There's been other channels that have jumped on this, like, and they went as far as to say, hey, this dude who is in with some of the clubs, and so that's why we ran with it, because he did. Fool, you know my name. We've talked before. What are you talking about? Can you say my name? That's cool. Yeah. Like, that's lame activity, if I'm being honest. Like, it's not, it is, but it's not, like, I don't know. I'm good enough for you to say, yeah, I'm gonna put a stamp on that. He said it, so I'm gonna run with it. But, like, shit, dude. You know what I'm saying? We're all out here trying to get our shit up, too. Fuck. I know the other dude, weirdo. I don't want him saying my name, but Lil Dave, can you use this exit? Yeah. Hey, but Lil Dave did. Here's the thing. In Laughlin, I don't know, man. I don't know. It could have been one or the other. He could have been flanking, or he could have been running for his life. Cavazos let Piney get hit 8 times. And then when Piney was in the hospital, took over as National P. So there's a lot of dirty shit that went on under Laughlin for the Mongols. But at the end of the day, call it what it is, they had a Fed, at least one Fed in that casino at that time that needed medical attention, because they dumped Hell's Angel Nomad Jake off the gurney to put the Mongol on it, and it's on tape. They literally get to the ambulance almost and just throw him on the ground and go running back in and come out with a dude wearing a Mongol's cut. And they got rid of all of that. And I've talked to Mongols from around the country. I've I secured you know, for the whatever, Toys for Tots or whatever, for the community, like 1,500 brand new bicycles and helmets for them. And I'm not going to say where, because then it, you know what I'm saying, could look bad on whoever was discussing something that had nothing to do with the Mongols at the time, by the way. We were just talking about some other shit. But, you know, I mean, I got a few Mongols that I talked to across the country, and they've been dope. They've been super dope about, you know, about everything. Now, I will say this. I'm sure they're kind of tired of people giving like Lil Dave props on something like this, you know. I mean, at the end of the day, the dude, I can't find anybody that he got put in prison, so I can't just say he's a snitch, but he said, hey, man, this dude's retiring, and that means I can't be protected anymore. What the fuck does that even mean? You don't, I mean, you don't have to snitch. You don't have to fill out a report or get on the stand in a grand jury and snitch against your bros to be a snitch, homie. Like, let's call that what it is. He could have just said, hey, man, you might want to go to these cross streets at 9 o'clock tonight and pull up anybody walking on the street, and you're welcome. That type of deal, you know what I'm saying? Like half step snitching, something like that. Fadeaway snitching. There it is. I termed that right now. That's my shit. Yeah, that's the fadeaway. You know, where he just goes, hey, psst, psst, over there right now, and then walks off. Yeah. And he could have been doing that the whole time. Dry snitch is a dry snitch is a little different. I've seen some intricate dry snitching before, and I've seen some just flat out, where you're sitting in the unit and this dude's like, hey, we ain't gonna take you doing blah 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 anymore, homeboy. And like, it's like, what the fuck, fool? That's a dry snitch. You know? Hey, come out of the bushes, homie, we're caught. That type of shit. But yeah, this one's a little more devious, I think. I think he's giving up. I don't know. I would start looking at every arrest around Little Dave on incidents that he had intimate knowledge with. There you go. That's probably who he told on. Oh, trooper, yes, sir. Boy, they've been trying to get after him, but I can't talk about that right now, or else we'll get this one taken down. By the way, Airmoto, guys. I'm going to put the link up. I have my own link for Airmoto now. If you ride a motorcycle or, you know, a car, I don't know. Man, they got these automatic. That's an air pump now for a car. And definitely for a bicycle. You fit that thing anywhere. A motorcycle will definitely hold that. You just set your PSI, stick your hose to your tire, man. Voila. And if it doesn't work, I'll roast them. So don't worry about that. Y'all know how I get down. This thing better pump my tires up or else. Yeah, it looks. Look, it's almost as small as one of them little vapes that the little San Francisco guys carry around and stuff. But, you know, it's pretty dope. And Airmoto, get you one. There you go. How y'all like that spot? Tomorrow I'm going to go pump up all my tires, or make sure that they are properly inflated, because you can deflate with this thing too, I guess. I'll tell you what I can't do is turn it off. Oh, there it is. Off. But yeah, they just sent me this one. Damn, dude. Josh loves to vape. I heard that. He likes to full mouth vape though. You know? Oh man. Hey, Josh has been there for me. Josh has definitely been here for me. Let me see if I can make him a moderator. Duh. There we go. I don't even know why he wouldn't be. Josh was there for me through this 8-up thing, for sure. And as y'all could tell, I mean, Josh, he landed a whole lot of facts and knowledge in that. You know, we're gonna have to do a video. I'm gonna do a video on that as everything kind of calms itself down, and I mean, we all had a role. We all had a role to play in that one, man, where it was blowing up. So, and Josh helped get some of the information out there that needed to be out there, especially when it came to, like, Eric. They're trying to charge him with Lil Sin's death, his celly, but, like, because he pulled the knife out of his own back, when the cop walks around the corner, he sees him over his celly with a knife, and they know better. But I mean, things like that needed to be spoken on then and there, and without Josh, I mean, I don't know. I don't know how I get that information out without doing it myself. So I appreciate that, Josh. Yeah. Hey, Farmero, I'm telling you right now, you're gonna owe Bigfoot some money too, because I'm sorry to all the Northerners, Norteños, and the like in the chat right now, but our boy Conrad's gonna smash on poor old Boxer. And I'm sorry, Boxer. No, I'm not. Conrad's he's gonna get him. We got a boxing match coming up, pay-per-view on Conrad versus Boxer from Paradigm Media, and Conrad is Mile High Hustle. If y'all don't know him, go check him out. Mile High Hustle has helped me as a friend a few times. Advice, just, care packages, things like that. This dude has been there for me. And he's doing things the right way. He's living his life, finally. That man did a lot of time. So, Julio, am I which guy? Yeah, that's me right there, bro. Damn, that is me. Look at that. I mean, I'm growing the bangs out for sure. And then that's me for 100%. Yeah, they've been growing for a little bit. What's up, James Hubbard? So anyway, yeah, I just wanted to get that out there so that everybody knows exactly kind of what happened with Dave, man. He went in there, hey, bumping his gums and talking shit, but they were probably, well, those dudes, I don't know. When you're older like that, in any real organization, you tend not to bump your gums so much, right? You tend to greet people like, "Hey, Dave, how we doing today?" Instead of, "Hey, you sorry ass snitch motherfucker." Like, you're not going to catch too many older gentlemen coming out the side of their neck like that until the end of the fight. Then they, all bets are off. But in the beginning, I doubt the 30-year member went running over to Dave like, "I'm going to get this fool." You know what I'm saying? He probably walked over there like a gentleman gangster. They were barking at each other. Somebody fed somebody, one of these knuckle sandwiches, and it was on, and then it was off because the cops just happened to be right there. Like, were they following Dave or something? I don't understand that, but I don't know. It's one of them, hey, somebody might have whispered to him, "Hey, there might be Mongols in here. You might want to stay close." That type of deal. I'm not going to say who. I mean, and name might rhyme with Schmave, Schmiddle Schmave, but, I wouldn't really know anything like that. It'd be too weird. Dave pushed his button. Yeah, I'm sure. Just being there, and then, like that dude, 30 years in the Mongols looks like. That's pre-Doc. That's Piney still running stuff. The first time, I think, back there, early mid 90s, late 90s, mid 90s. Shit, Piney wasn't even. Wow, you still had Machine Gun Preacher was still in there, I think. And if y'all ain't heard about him from the Mongols, this dude, when he left the club, he became a preacher, went over to Africa, right? And you know how they treat them little kids over there. They snatch them up and feed them gunpowder and make them do crazy shit, the tuk-tuk or whatever the fuck they call it. And then, cut one of their... Then you got a bunch of one-armed little boys running around with machine gun. That's what I've heard. Now, this dude, he's sitting up in the church, and these dudes show up to get the kids, and this dude got to mowing them down. So they call him the Machine Gun Preacher. One of the original Mongols, though. That's a hell of a story. That's a hell of a story. Was it one of the original Mongols, Josh? Yeah, helped start that club. Mm-hmm. So, yes, sir. It's amazing some of the things men have been through, man, and where it sends them. But that dude was probably around for that, for a little bit of that. And here's little Dave, just and has anybody heard of little Dave like really getting off on something? While I'm thinking about it, in Laughlin he said he was flanking, but then when he flanked, I don't know. I didn't see him. I didn't see him engage on the end of that flank. Right? I didn't see it. And that's why I said, that's why you got to do something when you get there. But like, you have to probably be about at least putting boots to somebody when your buddies are, right? To be in a motorcycle club, that's kind of a given. But that's growing up in any neighborhood too, That's normal. We call that Tuesday everywhere. Not even like where I'm from, just everywhere. So, has anybody really heard of Dave getting off? Claims but no witnesses, James? I don't know, man. That's wild. That's wild. I mean, in Vegas, there's hella rumors about me getting off, and I'm nowhere near that kind of standing or But you would think to be the president, the national president of one of those clubs, you would have to have one of them names, bro. Like this dude's. Don't go over there and talk to him. You see him pacing back and forth talking to himself. Leave that man alone, right? But I never heard that about Dave. I don't know. Maybe they put him there for a reason. He got, yeah, from Meadow. Yes, sir. I wish I could put those comments up. I should just go live on StreamYard. Mm-hmm. They do get blown out of proportion for sure. Yeah. Yeah. But, I've never heard of it. I know in that melee, Cavazos, Dave, they didn't look very good at all. One of them was running the flank. I don't know what he was flanking. He was flanking that damn ducks in a row machine. He was making sure that old lady didn't sit in his spot. And then Cavazos, I don't know. He must have like seen a steak or something, or probably not even a steak, probably a Twinkie or a ho-ho or something, got his focus over here while Piney's getting fucking stuck up like a voodoo doll, And then he just moved on his job like, oh man, that sucks that you're injured and I'm the sergeant and I was supposed to be there for you, but like, somebody's got to do this, and I think I can do this for you, boss, while you're healing, like something like that. He just stole his shit, dude. Baked potatoes, that's it right there. No. It was a Laughlin Harris. See, if it was a Rio, we'd be talking about the seafood. I don't know. I don't think I've ever been to a Harris buffet. Probably Golden Corral. He was smelling Golden Corral around the way. Whatever he was doing, he wasn't doing that sergeant's job for sure. Hey, I got your back, boss. Somebody just stabbed you 8 times in your back, boss. I'm sorry. Like, damn, bro. And you're that big. You're that big and you didn't get stuck once. And like, your P's over here just taking them, just getting them left and right. Just way back. Yep, exactly. Watch your back, boss. That's it. Lil Dave, come on. Yeah, that's the kind of shit he was on. What up, Fast Ass Dave, my dude. Hey, if y'all ain't seen comedy, look, Fast Ass Dave. Look, there's my high hustle. That's my dude right there, Conrad. Fast Ass Dave took himself an electric scooter around San Francisco. Yeah, and I don't know, something was in the water. But he kept falling off. Hey, at one point, I don't know, Dave. I thought you was knocked out. But then I thought maybe I was blocked on your channel because I was typing. And I was like, damn, that fool's knocked out. And nobody responded to shit. I was like, huh. You know, I don't know. But you don't want to, you don't want to knock yourself out on a scooter in San Francisco, Dave. I'm just saying deviants can run up and get your, all up in them. Yep. Yep. Come back with your Cactus Annies. Mm-hmm. Yep. He did well. CTF. He didn't really go away. I mean, he did go to jail, and he was booked in. But then, with lightning speed faster than being bailed out, that fool was let go. And being let go is just not something that goes down like that. So I don't know. The DA said, "Nah, man, we can't charge this dude. He's too valuable to somebody's investigation, you know." And you got to think of it like this. Check this out. It's been real quiet. I was just talking to a couple of different members from a couple of different clubs, and they've all said the same thing. It's been quiet in California. You know, the Mongols have had a few incidents that they haven't been indicted on. Mainly there's what, San Bernardino corrections officer slash gun store owner arrested wearing, you know, FD81 shirts and allegedly had a buckle at his house, but I don't know about all that. They haven't indicted on that. They haven't indicted on, you know, there's a few things that have popped off. And they've been raiding the red and white up north for melees that they got in with the Mongols, but I don't think anybody should be indicted on melees. We're talking no weapons pulled, just good old fashioned, hey, let's get them up. I mean, that's just fun. You know, that's just practice, right? That's just getting your aggressions out. That's all types of shit. That's Viking tag, right? But it's not an indictment. Like, they're not over there punching other people. They're just, let them get after it, man. You know, they've been eyeballing each other at the last 4 stops. Let them get after each other. I don't know. Hand-to-hand should be civil. I agree. I agree, James. It should be the modern day duel. Like, if mutual combat should be a thing everywhere. And it doesn't matter if there's 40 on 40. As long as nobody else gets hurt, it's mutual combat. They wanted to be there doing that. That's their fucking thing, man. Let them do it. They're not bothering anybody. They start breaking stuff, then start, you know, I don't know, destruction of private property type shit. Like they've taken this RICO stuff way too far. And it shows when the last Hells Angels RICO indictment, Bucky is charged with doing this in the mirror. He didn't even turn around. He didn't turn his head to even look at the woman behind him, who was a witness in this case. He just did this in the mirror. They tried to give that man 10 years in a RICO case for that shit. And he went all the way to the box. He went to the trial. He stood trial. Facing 10 years for doing a hand gesture and not even craning his neck, much less getting out and threatening somebody. 10 years. Motherfuckers are crazy, dude. Uh-oh. Hey, everybody gets drunk on Halloween sometime, man. I don't know. What's up with the case in Bakersfield? So, they're going to trial soon. They've put the trial off again. Obviously, you know, that's kind of standard issue. You say, yeah, I want speedy trial, and then 6 months later, they're putting off for this motion or this motion. And eventually, usually, they try and come with a plea deal. Bakersfield ain't taking no plea deals, so that shit was not the way that they said it was at all. At all. Casey got on the phone talking to his uncle and then started calling other members like, hey, I hope you weren't involved in pistol whipping my uncle. Like, what? Like, that's a wall phone. You might as well use that cop's phone in front of him. What's wrong with you, dude? You know, so he just dry snitched. There you go. There's dry snitching. That's not fadeaway snitching. That's dry snitching. He just dry snitched the whole club into an indictment for his uncle who doesn't own that property, doesn't rent that property, is flopping on that property, and they went to a whole different building in that property, and he comes over bumping his gums, and he has stolen from their clubhouse, and somebody who's not a Hell's Angel may have punched him in his fucking eyeball 2 or 3 times, you know. But for them to say, oh, the whole club was there, and like, no, bro, that's bullshit. So that's what's going on with them. They got zero real proof, to the point where the judge had to drop the bail. He had to finally give them good bail because he had them sitting there on nothing. And that's kind of, you know, the way that they'll do it. But like, that's a violation of their rights, you know, like you're mistreating them on you got nothing. You've got nothing but an admitted thief and liar in Casey's uncle. You know, Uncle Sketchy over there is stealing from everybody, gets caught in a stolen car with his nephew, you know, with a stolen banger and some stolen drugs too. And this is your key witness. Oh, and then there's the other guy who conveniently, you know, made his ascent in the club when Chino went missing. That's all I'm gonna say. So those are your 2-star witnesses. Have fun with that, boys. But there's been scuffles in the Kern County Jail with those gentlemen because they got the old man tag put on. Plus, there's this shit going on with Slick and the Nomads and them, you know, harboring a Jared from Subway. You know, it's crazy. There is some other stuff going on, though. I told y'all I'm a man of my word, right? I don't spike the ball, right? For like a month. Old tattoo. Well, he gone. He doing his own thing. I could have came out and spiked that ball right away. I didn't. There's no reason to. Because my point isn't to look right or look cool or any of that shit. It's to get the real dog pieces of shit out. Like, that's all I care about. You know? Like, y'all can't have that. Y'all can't have that and then you come to prison and want to hang out with me. Get the fuck out of here, dude. No, I don't think so. You're over there. Yeah. Go over there with the rest of the lames because you're harboring dudes that have actively been caught in hotels with girls, you know, that it's going to be 7 years till they're able to buy a pack of cigarettes, you know, and you're not part of their family, and neither are the other 4 guys in their hotel room. But because she won't testify because family politics and money, you can claim, hey, man, I wasn't convicted, and the club backs that. I wasn't convicted. Listen, hardly ever is being charged with something grounds for hey, expulsion, right? When you're caught like that, I don't even need a conviction. I don't need to hear nothing else. Nothing else. You were in that room. Fuck off. That's it. Do us all a favor. You know? Walk out into the ocean and just keep going. Because you're useless. You're a useless human being. And then you expect for, what, you're going to come hang out with my people? No, homie. No, sir. No, sir. We don't placate to that kind of shit around here. You got me fucked up. Yeah. So, you know, but that's my rant. One of them's gone. Hiding behind somebody else's kids right now somewhere. Snuck off with the kitty, too, from what I hear. Had his hand in the cookie jar and just took the cookie jar on the way out. Yeah. Ain't gonna be no told you so, because y'all don't need to hear that. He owed, hey, so no, Chino was a member of Bakersfield. He was the VP. And ain't nobody ever said nothing bad about Chino, except for, you know, one or two people that came up in Chino's disappearance. I don't know what to call it. He walked away. Chino was there one day. He was not there the next day. And the person that filled his seat, well, you know, started getting patches and stuff. New patches. Yeah, it's hard. It's hard not to want to just. It's a hard life, bro. You learn things and you know what you can and can't say. So I can't say. But I'm gonna tell you right now that the only dude in Bakersfield that needs to be gone after, if they're looking at it like that, is the one they're using as their witness in this case. Yeah. And everybody said Casey was cool as shit, I guess, kind of before for, you know, I mean, he pegged himself as being Brian from Fresno's best friend. Boom. Brian was like the devil come back from Georgia to Fresno type shit, right? That dude wanted to be the boogeyman. He became the boogeyman, right? He took it too far. That's my read on Brian. Don't make him any less dangerous than, I mean, that dude is deadly as 10 rattlesnakes, you know, in a vat of poison. He is no joke. But Casey wanted to be like him. And then Casey got into an accident, a little head injury, a little bit of drug use. Well, this is what you get. This dude running around, you know, his hands are bisexual at this point. He's putting them on everybody. You know, kids, well, he's like that dude in the British movie or commercial or TV show or whatever. He just, everybody's catching him, you know. And it's like, what's wrong with you, bro? You can kick your dog too on the way out? Like, settle down. You know? Yeah, hit that like and subscribe for sure, Puffy. Thank you. But, I don't know. Bakersfield's going to be interesting. They got they got some shining stars down there, and that's crazy to say because, you know, at first they weren't even Bakersfield. They were Oildale, really. I mean, they were called Bakersfield, and they're the anchor for the 99. But this Bakersfield we're talking about, boys, it's a little bit different, right? You ain't from around here really amps itself up in this joint. You know, they're different. It's like Bakersfield down here, Cocoa County up here. I don't know, man. I think it was feuding cousins that started those counties. If I had to make a guess, because they are similar as fuck. But Bakersfield, to have such, they got one really solid, and their P is solid. You know, Richie, right away, he's like, hey man, fuck you. I want to talk to my lawyer. You know, even their little support. Little support guys, their support guys that were involved in this, they lawyered up right away. So, I mean, I've seen some real damaging things said in testimony or in interrogation from dudes who were trying to work the cop. And that kind of happened in that case too. So we'll see where that leads. So many other communities across. Yeah, I'm telling you right now. Resident, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Hey, yeah. Y'all want to help a motherfucker out? Donate. Shit, hit that button. Do some super chat button or something, or Cash App or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll appreciate the hell out of that shit. Y'all don't understand. Sometimes I'll hurt really bad in life, and then somebody will just randomly send me a Cash App and say, "Hey, man, thanks." Thanks for putting this out on the information of this, you know? And y'all don't even know how much that helps my life. Like, I'm trying to help individuals, or sometimes, I won't even say the club, because for the most part, like, most of the clubs, boo-boo anyway. But, like, I attach myself, I got friends, right? Like, Rob from Ventura, you know? I hadn't really I just kind of half-assed spoke on it. Chuck, I appreciate that in a huge way, brother. Huge way. Thank you so much. Uh, Rob, Rob was supposed to be getting something done, some kind of heart something, right? So they took him off of his blood thinners and sent him home to the top of a mountain. And thank God somebody was there. But he looked over and he says, something ain't right, you need to call an ambulance. I think I'm having a stroke. And he was. And this is when you're where he is, it takes him an hour to get there, and it takes him an hour to administer the clotting medicine that reverses a stroke. And Rob hasn't woken up yet. So that's that's where we're at. And Rob is fuck, man. That dude he means a lot to me. That guy is he's awesome. And so I've been going through dealing with that, trying to just, I don't know. I'm still, Kenny just passed away. Kenny Crone, like, and so it's been 18 months of this. So we'll talk about it, and then we'll stop talking about it forever, because what's the point? Can't change it. There's nothing you can do about it. So you have no other choice but to get over it, right? But Rob's special to me, man. That dude is special to me, period. And yeah, he went a lot of hours without oxygen to the right side of his brain. So we're hoping for any kind of miracle. If you guys pray, if that's your thing, please say a prayer for Rob and his family. Rob's got kids. I met all of them. I met all of his exes. Like me and that dude. Fuck, man. This one sucks. This one sucks a lot. So we got that going on. It's just gnarly. It's gnarly, bro. Yeah. All that and gang wars and all types of dumb shit. So, and then the slicks and tattoo faces of the world who, I mean, I ain't bullshitting, man. They're more than welcome to come. They're more than welcome, I've been all but said it the entire time. Like, you make sure that you first one through the gate, though, slick. Because, yeah, we're going to handle that. Straight up. That's all I want. I just want to outlast that piece of shit. Or be the one to, yeah, retribution, right? Somebody's got to take up for that poor girl. That's the truth. The bat. What are you talking about, the bat? What bat, homie? What is that? I don't know. He's got a check next to his name. But, you're going to have to enunciate or draw it in crayon or something, because I ain't all there. What bat's he talking about, homie? Oh, yeah. Yeah, Josh, there's a lot on the A-Dub situation. And, oh, okay. I don't know what the hell that means, but battery for what? I'm over here picking at stuff. Oh, I don't have a smoke detector in here, homie. You guys are tripping. You might want to do that at your own home, homie. You might hear crickets or something. I don't know. Yeah. Look, you think I got time to be putting batteries in smoke detectors on me? Those are the first thing that come out when I move in somewhere. Yep. I don't know. Might want to check your house, so it might be on fire. Just gonna go ahead and, the more you know, Smokey the Bear shit. Anyway, so I'm dealing with that with Rob. And I'm doing most envied. And I've made friends, you know, obviously with a lot of the nomads from then. And I've made friends with some most envied members. One of them who was intimately involved in this situation and has 6 nice scars across his torso to prove it, you know. So say what's up to him. Uh-huh, yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know. Does that sounds fishy to me. Upcoming drummer, huh? Hey, that should have been the name of the band right there, dude. Listen, if you got a band called Dicks in My Ass, like, come on, bro. And Maya's is a historic name, right? Anna, hello, love. Your boy's still alive. I'm still making it through, boys. I don't know how. This is craziness. I'm just too stupid, I guess. Too stupid to fuck with the fuckery. I just keep it pushing. Still Drunk at Sunrise? That's a dope ass band name. So, anywho, back to, you know, meanwhile, back at the ranch. What else do we have going on? So, Bakersfield. I know there's another major thing going on right now, too. We'll hear about it in a minute. I just wanted to prove a point. Like, I don't know. I broke this story. Hey, shout out to the gentleman that hit me up in the background, laced me up on the story. That's how things like this happen, right? It's not just, it's having people that, who can I talk to about this? And they go, Rick, right? Thank you. And so I came out with it, and it wasn't even out in the news yet. Resident, thank you again. I appreciate you. You seem chill. Keep up the content. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, it takes a lot. It takes a lot to get chill. You know, like, I don't know. You got to have enough Rudy Poo in you to wind it back and say, hey, hold on. I'm going to chill for a minute. But anyway, we got, I don't know. I got a lot of people that reach out to me and they put the trust in me for stuff like this. And you'd be amazed at some of the people that I talk to. Some of the people that have reached out to me, and some of the people that have expressed curiosity or a want to come on here and tell their story too, because that's a big thing, especially in this world. You can mess it up all the way, right away, by saying some shit that you shouldn't say, right? And then you got to be real careful, because you get yourself and everybody else fucked off around you. And we don't take that very lightly at all. So when I come in and some of the names that have come to me and that want to tell their story here, like it's awesome. It's awesome, you know? And I'm just going to hit you guys with it. Brandon, my little brother just comes in and whacks one of my mods. That's crazy. Anyway, all ends my brother. So one of them is very surprising to me. Got a hold of me through, oh well, somebody else reached out to me as a friend of his. Man, what would y'all, I don't know, man. I don't know. Like, obviously, everybody feels some type of way about Jethro's death, right? And everybody feels some type of way about Steve Tossin. I think he's one of the baddest men ever. Also an asshole. I've expressed it many times, right? You can, both things can exist on the same plane. Steve Tossin was, you know, He was a bully the night before to little Stevie Ruiz. And then he was going to go over his friend's coffin. He's arguing with this dude, talking about, I'm going to get you. You know, take that cut off. That's mine. You want some more of what I gave you last night? And little Stevie not wanting to take that ass beating again, because it's a vicious thing to even think about. But little Stevie, on the other hand, too, is one of the only people who really just stepped right up to this dude and went to it, you know? Steve Tossin didn't have many dudes that were stepping up to him. And the night before, that's why it happened the way it happened, is because little Stevie, man, little Stevie came in and he said, you know what, man, fuck you, to Steve Tossin, you know? Like, you're not going to run around here and act like you didn't dare him to go over there, you know? And that's why Steve Tossin did to little Stevie what happened. And then little Stevie, in return, the next day was like, man, you ain't going to get me like that again. And then he killed Steve Tossin right there at Jethro's gravesite, right? I want to hear little Stevie. And there's an avenue where that might exist. That might exist. It's very possible where we can get Stevie to come up and just tell his side of it. Because at Bobo's wife's funeral, they look over and Stevie's over there because that's his friend, right? And then there's Doc, who got put out for the dumbest fucking reason I've ever heard. But he needs to tell his story because he started Canada, right? Then Ray from Merced. Wild man. Great dude, though. And the last thing that man is ever going to be is a liar, right? So, it's going to be dope. It's going to be dope as fuck. You know? Bert was in for so long in New York and all that. Like, Bert, I know you watch here and there. You always got a spot over here, man. Just, you ain't even got to talk about any of the bullshit, right? Any of the thing with you, Doc, and exiting the club and all that. Bro, just come on and tell us how it used to be, you know? Like, tell us the cool stories. Tell us about the Matty O'Dells showing up at your house like, no, I'm not waiting till the next meeting. If you got a beef with me and you're going to fight me, let's just get it here, you know? And you and Matty hanging out. Tell us all those type of stories, you know? Tell us all that. Therapeutic. It's very therapeutic. But, and then there's members of other clubs, you know? I mean, shit, it don't end just with the Hells Angels by far, you know? But I got to kind of keep it on wraps about that because, yeah, proper channels. They played Happy on Sons of Anarchy? I haven't. But I do know about him. And, I mean, hey, check it out. JP. He got shot in Laughlin. Had Pee Wee take him all the way to San Francisco to a hospital. And I mean, the dude is a legit badass with them hands. Just gets it, right? I know he's been on one or two other podcasts, not any that exist on my plane. Like, we're talking big podcasts. You want to come down here and slam it for a minute? Oh, I would love that. Yeah, because that's what it's about. Like, I don't fuck with anybody that's out bad for snitching or doing filthy ass shit. But like, there are members that get politics out that are legends, and it's the dumbest shit you've ever heard. Like, you know, making out with some member's mom. A year and a half later, though, You know what I'm saying? It happened a year and a half ago and was addressed back then, but don't worry about it. We'll use it to kick you out in a year and a half from now. That type of shit. Ain't even a rule. Ain't even a rule against that. Boy, you go to your fucking room. I'll kiss your mom all I want. You know, eat your fruit snacks and all, bro. You got me fucked up. But yeah, yep. Hey, it's a crazy, it's a cold world out there, boys. It is super cold, ice cold. So that's it. Call me Pops, dude. I'm here for you. Yeah. I'll call you son every time. Come here, son. We need to talk. You seem a little upset. But we're in that use your words generation now, right? We're in the safe space generation, so that's what they do. They throw fits and, you know, take their ball and they say, hey, man, we're gonna send you home, though. You know, we're gonna take your ball and send you home. And that's what they do. It's crazy. Yo, you got me fucked up, SNY, homeboy. I ain't never been to SNY in my fucking life. Yeah. But other than that, yeah. Yeah. Hey, don't ban him. Don't fucking... It was a legit question. He might not... You know what I'm saying? But no. Ain't no SNY here, homie. Look, I said don't ban him. And Puffy just fucking hit him anyway. Stabbed him in the neck. Oh, she just deleted the message. No, don't delete the message. You can leave that shit up there. Yeah, that shit don't bother me. It's a legit question because, you know... I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm white. Yeah. Oh. It said Puffy. Is there 2 Puffies? There better not be. What do you mean didn't answer it? I did answer it. Fuck no. I've never been SNY or PCT in my fucking life. There you go. Is that answered? Yeah. My reputation is stellar, homie. I have an immaculate reputation. Yep. And contrary to popular belief, like I was raised in the hoods in Vegas, and like when my life falls apart, I go back home to the hoods of Vegas. Like it is what it is. That's where my people are. You know? So it ain't nothing to see me down there by Donna Street or D Street or Boxtown, or, you know, like that's where I was raised, you know? So that's it. Gerson. That's it. That's it. Now it's a Walgreens with a bunch of cockroaches. They knocked all of that shit down. But bad things happen when you shoot, you know, get a bird out the sky. Hey, he's still up there though. Old boy that did that landed it, still up there working the kitchen, running the kitchen though in high desert. Never coming home for that. I mean, they say he out of the sky, but it wasn't like that. He did hit it. It did puncture, and they did land it because of that. But he didn't like shoot the helicopter out the fucking sky. He just landed his shot, and they said, well, there's a hole in our plane. We should probably land it for safety. Right? So, but yeah, that was the Gerson. They were out there getting it. Them Kingsmen. They weren't playing. But nobody was playing back then. They have these little cliques out in Vegas. And they would pop up with new ones all the time. And they'd be named the dumbest shit in the world. But boy, they'd be fighting in school. And then that would end up in a shooting somewhere. Like, it was fucking... That was Vegas. That's Vegas. You know? So... And I've met many people, and most of them wait to hear my voice. If I walk in a room in Vegas, and, you know, everybody's doing whatever they're doing, and I'll get the looks, and I'm like, fuck, dude, did I do something to this dude? Did I, you know what I'm saying? What kind of tax on karma do I owe to this man for past discretions? And, then I'll say something to like one of my friends that's in a room, and they'll be like, I fucking knew it, it's you, you know? And that's a good feeling too. It's cool. I've met quite a few people that way, and it never gets old. You know, James Hubbard. Me and James were chopping it up from the beginning of this channel. This dude's been here, chopping it up in emails and messages and things like that, right? I walk into a room. I don't know anybody in this room. I say, hey, what's up, man? I'm Rick. He goes, I know. You're VPS. He goes, I'm James Hubbard. I was like, fuck yeah, dude. Man, me and this dude, we've been on the level the whole time since I started this channel. Just connected. Fucking cool. James Hubbard's my dude. Boom. Just happened to walk into a room. He don't know I'm coming. I'm with somebody else who's going to see somebody else at that house. And I'm not stepping on their business. So like, hey man, what's up? I'm gonna sit over here by you. And that shit was cool. Yep. And that's how that goes. Never gets old. It never does. It's a cool feeling because it's not a, hey, there's that fuck boy from YouTube. It's, yo, I'm putting on for our city. I'm not putting a 10 on a 2 for anything. If I'm wrong, I'll say it. If they're wrong, I'll say it, right? And that's how we get it. And Vegas is a cool place because we don't hate on each other like a lot of other places do. Like, you can have 2 dudes from Vegas on YouTube right now, and we're going to connect. We might not even like each other in the streets, but we're not going to show it out here, right? It's not going to be our thing. Vegas is cool like that. Like, we try to promote and push somebody when they're doing the most, because then we can rob them. Come on now. That's funny. It's only half true. It depends on what part of Vegas you're in. But no. Yeah, Nevada in general, man, hey, we try and boost each other up. We don't let our business out like that. Sometimes it slips out though. That's the way it goes. It's true. It's true. Hey, I mean, look, secret to Vegas number 432, dude. Don't have nothing in your pockets and you can't get robbed. That's it. It is way rougher than people think. I mean, by a lot. By a lot. Like, there is, every day something's going down in Vegas and somebody is crying over somebody. Like, it goes hard. 44 years? Yeah, see? I mean, it's nonstop. I moved to Vegas in 95. So what's that, 30 years? You know, I guess Indian Springs, Vegas, Indian Springs, Vegas. You know, high desert, Vegas. So, hey, I did. I lived in LA for a few years. I worked in Azusa. Yep. Over in the SGV, San Gabriel Valley. I lived down near Whittier, right? And I got friends in Compton right now. You know, I got friends in all types of different places out in LA. So I lived in LA, I've lived in Phoenix, I've lived in Houston, you know, Tampa. Tampa was lovely, you know, but Vegas is my home. That's where I was raised. That's where I've been most of my life, almost all of it. But I put in years in other places too. Yep. APU for 4 years, yeah. See, I ran Callahan's Irish Pub over there by the Miller Coors plant. For like 3 years, which happened to be a Mongols and sometimes Vagos bar. Go figure. Hey, you know they closed down, well, what was it? The Lagunitas. Lagunitas opened up their plant there and they closed it down. It just got closed down. It's like still brand new. It still smells like paint. Yeah. It's over there. That's what I'm saying. It's over there by Azusa Pacific. And they would have this beer circus over there and they would give us free tickets. And yeah, we all went. Like, I'm taking the whole staff. Fuck it, right? We'll figure out tonight, later. And we get so drunk on free drinks, and then the whole staff's going, man, who's going to work tonight? I'm like, ah, fuck. Call up the Colombians, boys. We got to pull it. We got to pull a all-nighter. But, yeah, it was fun. Azusa was cool. Yeah. Well, that's the sticks. That's where I work, not where I live. Hey, LA does get it. Ain't nobody taking nothing from LA getting it. Nobody. Nobody will ever say that y'all ain't on one, because LA's on one at all times. They're on one. But with that being said, there's other places that are getting it. Grimy too. And Vegas has been that. Many people have left Vegas, gone to LA, and lost theirs behind trying to hustle there. Many people have come from LA to Vegas and lost theirs trying to hustle there, right? It works both ways. We're just we're way smaller city, right? Like, everybody thinks of Vegas as being huge. 95, I moved there, there was less than 200,000 people there, I think. Like, that's just nothing. That's Albuquerque, right? Now, what, they're pushing 2.5 right now? Something like that, James? I just left the city in the beginning of this year, for some reasons. And none of them behind somebody trying to actively do anything to me. You know, just, shit happens. Small circles. Everything's small circles. Vegas is. That's a fact. I don't like that light. That's a big fact. It is small circles intertwined. Boom. Have I? Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Have you? You know, I've been stabbed. I've been all kinds of shit, dude. I've had the shit kicked out of me. And I've also done those things. You know, it's anybody with a heater can pull it. And blindly, hey, look, Bones took out Fernie, Montana. Took him out not even looking at him. Headshot. Took him out. Running. Pow. Got him. But then pulled back up on him and got him again. Right? So it don't take a man for that. And that's coming from a dude who's been there, done that a lot. You know? I don't even run anymore. I walk towards. It's crazy. But I'm going to say this as nicely as possible. LA, y'all need to get it together. Stop thinking that you guys own misery and violence. Because, you know, I mean, Gary, Indiana, per capita, is more violent. Gary, Indiana. Now, that's a suburb of Chicago. People don't really know that, but you get what I'm saying. Dayton, Ohio, per capita is more violent. You are more likely to lose your life in Dayton, Ohio than you are in LA to violence. There you go. So you guys don't own that, right? You guys might own crazy gang banging, but that's everywhere too, right? It's blown up everywhere. Boston, New York, they've had street gangs killing each other since 1700s, right? Before LA was even a thing, they were killing each other over there. So you guys don't own that either. And before that, London, right? Things like that. Pirates. You guys don't own misery, right? And I'm here to say, hey, man, we're all in that shit, right? Almost every city's bad now. You go to Portland and get jumped by a bunch of weirdos with green hair, homie. It's weird, but it can happen, right? There's danger everywhere now. So that's my message to LA from Vegas. We all love each other. We all go to each other's cities. You know, you You show up at somebody's city talking shit, you're going to lose your life. And it don't got to be LA to do it. Right? Motherfuckers get popped in Brownsville, you know, El Paso. Fuck. What's a nice city? You could show up in Martha's Vineyard talking shit and get yourself shot. I promise. How about that? That's my PSA for the day. The more you know. Tag it. Throw it up. Martha, yeah, I figured you'd laugh about that. But, yeah, I don't get pressed. I don't get pressed. And I don't need a bigger Glock. Glocks are for children. I'm just going to put that out there, too. You know, and cops. Fucking Glock. Grow up. Get a real gun. The more you know. Sig all day. That's it right there. There are way better guns than Glocks. Glocks are shit. Fuck those things. Shit. They're cool. Yeah, they'll fire in sand sometimes or underwater sometimes. You know, but they're bulky and they're not comfortable, and they're not even really that balanced, right? They're just boxes. Basically, they took metal and they cut what they wanted out of it, and they said, here's this box. Yeah, it's like a first grader drew it up. That's a first grade rendering of what they think a firearm should look like. So it's very rudimentary and low frequency. Yeah. Oh yeah. Hey, listen. AKs can too, right? But if you had to pick one of those that you wanted, one of those llamas that you wanted, right? That's the one you want? You want the Ace King? No, I'm cool. It's cool. It's rugged, right? But if you take care of your shit, you don't got to worry about rugged, do you? If you don't drop it into the sand, you don't got to worry about that. Just gonna put that out there. Yeah. Oh, hey, we bent the barrel on one of those. Yeah, out on the end of Jones. For any of them people that have been in Las Vegas for that long, you remember the end of Jones used to be like little, I don't know, crevasses and washes, and we'd paintball out there, and motherfuckers would be letting llamas off out there. Nothing but dirt, yeah. And you get out there on your bike and shit, your motorbike. So back then, we used to just go out there and we'd fire off, and the cops never came because it was so far out of town, right? That was past their give a fuck. And we would bend the barrels sometimes, you know, because we'd just be getting off on this thing and not caring and being too young to even understand what we're doing and overheat that barrel, you know. But that's a rugged-ish. I don't know. They like it in all of the world. They sell it everywhere. No, you come on, Calvin. Northern Germans? Oh, hey, yeah, there's one. What's his name again? Oh, man. What's his name again? I've seen him online. As a German Northerner. Oh. I can't think of his real name right now. Dead ass serious. It's something stupid. Leonard. Nailed it. Huero. Yeah. Huero Leonard. Mm-hmm. I don't know. Yeah, I ain't got no issues with them anymore. It just, sometimes it's like punching down like we were talking about 2 days ago. You know? Billberg, huh? I ain't never been. I've been to Belize. I'll go to Belize all day long. If y'all ain't been there, go. They build their houses one brick at a time. 10 years takes them. But as long as they're building it, that land is free. It's theirs. Yeah, it's pretty dope. And everybody speaks English, and then they speak whatever Creole language it is. It's like a Creole version of Pig Latin mixed with Tagalog. It's weird, but you can kind of pick up on it if you're drunk. I don't know. Oh, Big Sweets, is that his name? Yeah. Hey, shout out to the military parents and military brats, you know, that are out there. But sometimes your parents go somewhere like Germany and like you grow up in I don't know, a cool environment at least, because you can be like, man, when I was on base in Germany for 5 years when I was young, you know, and then you can speak a little bit of German. I mean, that's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. I didn't get that. Yeah, we didn't get that military experience. We went from Washington to North Carolina to being homeless and in an orphanage. But, you know, we can speak Southern. Well, if you can get your fucking ass out there right now and beat you, you know, that type of shit. Or bless his heart, yeah, that type of stuff. Bonnie Jean, mm, 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 mm. mm. Rest in peace, Bonnie Jean, too. I buried her to start all this year and a half off. But yeah, I'm calling it a night, guys. I'm tired, as you can tell. My meds are kicking in, finally. So it was cool. It was cool to sit here and just chop it up. I'm gonna get on what's it called? StreamYard next time so that I can get like Josh up here and some other cool people. You know what I'm saying? And some not so cool people. I mean, I get shit talkers up here too. As long as you ain't doing something stupid like trying to, you know, wave your willy into the camera or something. Like, I don't give a shit. You can come up here and talk shit to me all day long. That's what I like to do. I'll roast you. You know, we can get a roast going on. But I'm just trying to get back into it. Y'all don't understand the bullshit that I've had to deal with while I've been doing all this for you guys on the internet and, you know, for the clubs or for my friends in the clubs. Like, I've been going through hell and it just don't stop. So we're dealing with it. We're moving on. Scrim cells, yeah. We got thems. We got 250 millions of thems. And I had to walk through Tijuana, 2.9 miles. That's 3 miles through the hood in Tijuana because my car didn't come. But yeah, I did that shit. I got footage of me at the border. I got footage of me coming back. And then when I got across, boy, it looked stupid. Like I was going to pass out or something. Hey, you think that's life-saving medicine for me? You think I'm going to miss that? Nah, it's cool. It's cool. If I don't get that, I may not even be here talking to you right now. And that was only 6 months ago. I may not be here. So I needed it. And now look at my body. Look at how healthy I am now. Well, ish. Compared to what I was before. Straight up. Prison tattoos, what? What the fuck you say? Aren't scare me. Good. I don't want my prison. I don't. You see a prison tattoo on me right now, homeboy? No, you don't. You know why? Because you can't rob Fortune 500 clubs if you got neck tattoos, homie. Get your shit together, dumbass. None visible, that's right. Yeah, we are under the hustle and flow mode, right? So when you get your fucking body fucking tattooed on your neck, and then everybody's looking at you when you walk into the Walgreens, homie, you did that to you. But it looks cool, right? It looks cool. That's right, Puffy. What they don't see, they don't know. And then when they see me with my shirt off, it's like, okay. Speaking of neck tattoos, yeah. Hey, check it out. It's been a war inside of me not to, but I didn't. My next stream, I don't know, man. I'm trying. I'm shooting for every other day. So that'll put us on Saturday, maybe Sunday, probably Saturday. You know, I'm trying to get back into the roll of things. I was going every night for years, and then, you know, I had to chill out. Hey, that's right. Vegas is dope as shit, dude. Look, especially when you're in like your 20s or 30s and, all this. Oh, Vegas has never seen, four badass bitches. Shut up, Sharon. All right. We see four of you every night at the club, right? You're the ones who, two of you are getting dogged out in the bathroom. One of you's throwing up over here, and the other one's passed out with her pussy out, right? We've seen you. We know who you are, Sharon, right? Vegas has seen you. Okay. You're not tearing nothing up, right? You're spending a whole day of your vacation over there hungover, right? Belling your friends out for indecent exposure, you know? Like, we've seen you. We have fun. We have fun in Vegas. We live it up. Now imagine growing up in that though. That debauchery. Like it really is that. Like everything you think Las Vegas is, it's that and more. Right? There is temptation everywhere. And everyone's a hustler. Your grandma is hustling somebody right now if you're from Vegas. I promise. She's hustling somebody. Right? The nerd, the math student, I'll put him up against any hustler in many, many major cities. And the dork in Vegas is going to get the hustler from a different town every time. She's going to get him. Because it's like bred into us. It's gross. Yeah, strip clubs when you're 15. Exactly. Exactly. Or the pamphlet guys. Remember the pamphlet guys? They'd hand us, boy. And they didn't care. We'd be on the strip and off the strip, on the strip, off the strip. At 15 years old, 16 years old. Like, gambling. I was at TGI Fridays drinking when I was like 18 years old, bro. Yeah, in the MGM. Getting fucking smashed on them. What was it? The Hurricanes and the, what were the other ones? Oh, fuck, they were disgusting, but we loved them. And that's where we learned about Scooby snacks and shit like that. It was Vegas is debauchery. It really is. So when you grow up like that, by the time you're 30, you're like, I don't know. We don't go to the strip. We work on the strip. And that's it. And really, yeah, you got to have your shit together, work on the strip, and live in Vegas. Like, we don't like doing that shit. I ain't got time for that. I'll flip out one day, beat up a bunch of tourists, and then get thrown out of Vegas. Yeah. Yeah, that's that live stream shit. These fools, they come on and don't worry about it. They can talk shit all they want. Fuck them. Like, we like them too. Right, James? Just be real. And that's it. That's one of the number one rules in Vegas. Check this out. You could do me wrong, homie, but you better be real. I ask you a question, I already know the answer to it. You better just tell me. Just tell me. Yeah. But we don't worry about that. Although it is getting grimy though, James, huh? Like, friends that I've had. Where's my patch? Homie, I got a different kind of patch. And that's well known though. That is well known. But I do love you, Fast Ass Dave, and I know. I've gone after people that I ain't gone after nobody that didn't deserve it, and I ain't gone after no clubs. I just go after players, the slicks of the world. But it is what it is. Uh-oh. I don't know. Hey, I had a pee in one of the clubhouses I stayed in coming across from Florida. And I'm not going to say who or what. And he says, when you going to put that prospect patch on? Why don't you come join us? And I looked him dead in his eyes. I go, I don't even like you guys. I swear to God. And everybody, half these, the boo-boo fools over here were shocked. But the real motherfuckers started laughing. They were fucking dying, dude. I was like, I don't even like you motherfuckers, dude. But, he knows I was playing. I could take an ass whooping. I'll take an ass whooping. That's a fact. And I'll put these fists up too. You know, I think that's why me and Rob from Ventura like each other so much. You know, there was an incident and like I didn't know who was coming from where, so like everybody, you know what I'm saying? I'm in that mode. Like anybody can get it that comes near me because I don't know who has my back. And Rob's like, I would never hit you, Rick. I was like, well, I did not know that until right now, Rob. Now I know, you know, but in the heat of it, like, it was, hey, if we got to get it, I'm getting it. So I'm not going to speak any more on that situation, but that's a situation arose where that happened, and that's why me and Rob, I think, got close. I do me. Yeah, I do me. I try and have the most fun and be the most respectful and be the most honest. And when all else fails, rock 'em, sock 'em, fucking cowboy. And if that fails, hey man, they got Mouska tools for everybody, right? Yeah, that part. But we try not to be around that anymore, ever. Yeah, rock 'em, sock 'em. We like that. Sometimes it's getting punched in the face is therapeutic. Sometimes I'm gonna put that out there, and I know I'm trying to quit this live stream, so I don't know why I start thinking about this, but yeah, sometimes getting punched in the face is therapeutic. Sometimes healing your hand, you know, is therapeutic. Sometimes crushing it, or you know what I'm saying. Like sometimes pain is therapeutic when it comes to that type of shit. It's a new club. Hey, I'm telling you right now. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Dave. What are we calling it though? What's the new club called? Yeah, Resident. It really is. Uh, I don't know. It's like you get smashed in the ribs and you just, you know what I'm saying? Like you poke at it and you're fucking, you know, but it takes your mind off of everything else and it's therapeutic. It really is. And it's sick. Hey, go to Fremont. Fremont is dope. Where's Fast Ass Dave? I need to know. Spaniard Power. Dave. I am clearly from the mountains of Caucasus, Dave. Clearly. I have to think about it. Oh, but you guys should. That would be cool as hell. Yeah. But think about this though. Spaniard Power. And then they're going to, what are they going to call you? What are you know what I'm saying? Like everybody calls somebody something. A play on their name. Yeah. So SP. Spaniard Power Forever. SPF, right? 45. SPF 45, dog. There it is. Then I can be in it because I'm from the mountains of Caucasus, homie. I need that SPF 45. And that's where my mind is. That's how my mind thinks. It's fucking stupid. On the electric box. Oh, hey. Check it out. We grew up on them electric boxes to where I didn't even think I could have kids, bro. If I'm being honest. Like I thought maybe that got fucked off for me, you know, like the electric box. Mm-hmm. And in Vegas, it's full of them. Usually they got two of them right next to each other, the big one and the little one. Dude, you can sit on the big one and keep your feet on the little one if you get there fast enough. And everybody else is ass out. They got to sit wherever they sit around the box. You can feel that thing humming underneath you. Man, a lot went on at the box. Fuck. God damn, dude. Those were the days. Oh, I'm sure it's bad for us. Everything was bad for us. Look, they still had lead paint when we were growing up, right? Tonka trucks were metal. You fall on it, you bust your head open, right? Playgrounds were like a meteorite, just the worst place imaginable, right? Scariest environment imaginable. That's all you have to say. Like our slides were metal, and there was no soften anything underneath us. Yeah, and you just go down this, and then your shirt comes up, and then like, you know, the metal, whatever doesn't burn, just it's crazy. We were crazy. It was fun though. Or that little carousel thing where you try to hold on and everybody gets thrown off of it because everybody gets it going so fast. Brick walls, yeah. Hey man, look, 100%ers. Hey, you might be onto something right there. My favorite motorcycle. Oh man. I like the Indian Scouts. I'm not even gonna bullshit you guys. Not even gonna bullshit you. Everybody likes the FX, and that's fine. It's a fine frame to build stuff on. Or everybody likes street glides or, you know, road glides, or which are, they're dope. The Road King, Pee Wee has a Road King, and that's gonna be my Road King, and it is a beast. It is a Cadillac of a bike. It's too much. It's overkill. This thing is huge. But it's dope. It's cool as shit. I'll tell you, my least favorite bike is the Softail Heritage. I promise you that. Fucking hate those. Hate them. Road Kings are, it's too much. It's too much, but he's a beast. Like, I got pictures standing next to Pee Wee and like a little kid standing up next to this dude. And I'm 6'1", 6'2", 6'1". I'm shrinking. I might be 6.5 right now. Street glides are dope. Street glides are nice. Sportsters are for women. Oh, I said that out loud. My bad. Hey, the victories. You know what? I got nothing bad. Yeah. I don't know. But I'm not in a club, so I don't even got to worry about that shit, dude. I'll get a Kawasaki and make it look like a bobber and not give a fuck. Tell everybody to eat my ass when I show up. You know? I'm not going to have to pay you $20. You're not finding me. But, yeah, no, I like the Scouts. I like the Indian Scouts. I like what Indian's doing right now. You know? I don't know. It's a good question, though. I like a light bike. I don't like them heavy-ass bikes, dude. I don't like something that, you know, I don't... Do I collect baseball cards? Yeah. A lot. Like, here's some of my football cards and stuff. Like, I don't know. I got it everywhere. But, there's some basketball ones I'm going through right here. I have boxes and packs, and that's kind of what I do. It keeps me chill. Autograph, 1 of 1 Aussie, huh? I just, I sold a 1 of 1, God, what's his name? Damn it. For the Warriors. Came from the Sixers. See, my mind is going as I deal with all this health stuff. My potassium dropped. Iguodala. There we go. I had an Andre Iguodala 1 of 1, true 1 of 1. I sent it off to a company to verify it when I sold it, and it went through, and the deal went through. The problem with the 1 of 1 is it's only worth what somebody's going to pay for it. So you can't put a price on it because nothing's out there like it to sell it, right? You can go off of the stature of this player against the stature of this player, and this one sold for this much. So, I don't know. I had a hard time because to me, that's a $10,000 card, and to them, it's like a $300 card. And You know, to this guy, it's a $400 card. So you're like, I don't know. But Ozzie Smith, 1 of 1, autographed. What do you want for it? Let's talk about that. Yeah, it's crazy. Like, what do you... You could ask the moon for it, but yeah. Hey, you're not lying. You're not lying, Fisticuffs. That's a true statement right there. Yeah. Like, Pokemon cards is where it's at now. It's the weirdest thing. So I don't know anything about it, but I do know that there's money in it. Dave, thank you for hitting the Cash App, homie. I appreciate that in a big way. And thank you for entertaining me the other night. You don't know what I was going through that night, Dave. Nobody does. And Bigfoot comes over and he says, hey, you got to check out Dave. He's on an electric scooter in San Fran right now. And I jumped on, and the way that you do, Dave, Fast Ass Dave, if y'all don't, Fast Ass Dave has been everywhere when it comes to, especially Northern California. Like he's in it, all the scenes, right? Like this dude knows people. He grew up like that, and the shit Dave says is like right up my alley type of shit, and it's funny as fuck. And Dave would go out and do some crazy shit and just have me rolling laughing. Like, I don't know, he threw a bottle at somebody one time, I think, out of the van, and then they started bucking on him type of shit. And I just appreciate you, Dave. I appreciate you breaking up the entire feeling that I had going on for some shit that was going on in my life. Like, and you broke it. Now I'm just sitting back giggling about Lil Dave, or Lil Dave, Fast Ass Dave. Not same person, guys. Fuck my life. But go check out Fast Ass Dave, guys. When he's on, oh my God. This dude literally got on a live stream one time, fell asleep and snored for 8 hours, woke up and was like, the fuck? This is still on. It was, he's wild with it. And I ain't gonna say the other stuff that Fast Ass Dave has forgotten to turn the camera off for, but like, the Flacco interview. The Flacco interview is the craziest thing I've ever seen, dude. Y'all gotta go watch it. I do have a bunch of autographs, actually. I have a whole bunch. I don't know which one would be my best autograph, but yeah. I don't know, man. We'll get into that one day, too. Yeah. Hey, thank you, Resident. Thank you. I don't know, man. And I collect, look, there's some of these base sets that nobody really collects, that, look at this. 2023 Prestige Football, right? That set, and they got old school players, new players, and rookies, obviously, in that, right? That set is the most beautiful set maybe ever. And motherfuckers just, they don't even fuck with it. And I'm like, aesthetically, that's one of the most beautiful sets ever. I can't help but buy them. You know, I gotta buy packs of that. Tops 89 and 90. And that's cool if you're looking for Frank Thomas. Oh, the whole set? Yeah. You get that Frank Thomas with the Auburn and the, yeah. What's your question there, Z? Hey, yeah, look, I've started. Which thumbnail? Mine? I don't know, man. Oh, Juan Soto? Mm-hmm. Ball and a jersey. Did you get it authenticated, though? Did they put the little sticker on it, too? Machado's dope because he don't give a shit. He's like that. He's filthy. Yeah, I don't know. Like, your boy's a real hustler, dude. Look, I sell women's hair care products one day, Pokemon cards the next day, tools, whatever, you know? Like, I'm always going to be a hustler, dude. Somebody's always selling something for cheap that I can sell for more. Like, I've been getting stupid Pokemon cards just to go in and kind of learn it so that I know what I'm talking about, but shit like that. It's wild. Yeah, the PSA authenticator that you get. Yeah. Gotta have that. Gotta have that. Look, I got hats around here. You see this hat right here? That's a game-worn hat from one of the Diamondbacks pitchers. Like he wore it in the game and gave it to me. But I made sure, stupid ass chair, fuck you. I made sure to get it authenticated from PSA. Right? And not for any other reason, but so that it's authenticated. Period. It almost fits me good too. Yeah. Hey, congratulations to the Doyers. Although, you know, you guys went and bought every good player in baseball and it finally worked out for you the 15th time. Congratulations. I'm not going to hate. I'm not going to hate. Clayton Kershaw may be the best pitcher of all time. He's definitely in the discussion. He's one of the greatest season pitchers, right? Not so much in the playoffs, but in regular season pitching. His junk's nasty. I've seen it live many, many times. I've also seen how the Diamondbacks eat his ass alive every time too, because we can hit, you know. But congratulations to the Doyers. I hope you guys didn't, you know, stab too many people in your partying tonight. Well, he said, shut up, Charles. Yeah. I look like a Charles? Maybe. 12 years ago this week, the San Francisco, hey, there it is. In other news, a real team won. Look, see, I'm a Diamondbacks fan for life, right? But my favorite player of all time is Hunter Pence. And he was on the Giants forever. Hunter Pence is the most hustling motherfucker alive. That dude runs every play out. He's a beast. Do I still ride? No, I can barely walk right now sometimes, homie. You know? Like, I ain't got time for that. I ain't got time for that. Plus, my life is crazy as it is. Y'all don't want to see me on anything like that. I'm already fucked the free world in a car. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, fisticuffs. Hunter Pence, and he played for years and years over many teams too. But that dude just hustled. I like that. I like that. Plus, Buster Posey snubbed the kids, and my kid was one of them, so that's what made me salty. On autographs, we're talking preseason, and everybody's on the line hitting for the kids, and Buster like acted like these kids ain't over here screaming his name, wearing his jersey. You know, so give me that jersey. I threw it at his ass, dude. Here, keep your jersey, homie. Hunter Pence is the man now. Because Hunter went all the way down the line, signed every single thing, everything. And I was like, damn, dog, that's cool. Hustling and scamming ain't the same. No, it's not. It's changed so much that it's foreign to me. You know, like I'll never get back into the hustles or scams, but I seen the kids doing it. I seen what they had their hands in, you know, here or there. And it's like, damn, dude, that is not the same. We used to be able to, if you couldn't wake up and go make $500 real quick, man, we'll kick you off the block. You need to go to school or something. Yeah, hey, they make sidewalks because the streets ain't for everybody, homie. You know? But these days, man, I don't know. Everybody's got a Ring doorbell. Everybody's got magnetic ink. Everybody's got all kinds of crazy different stuff. It's a treacherous ass place to try and hustle now. The world is crazy. So we just do it legal. That's all. That's all it is. You take what you've got on the streets, what you've earned on the streets when it comes to knowledge and hustle, and you apply that to something legal, and you run it down the throats, right? You make them fucking love you, and then you sell off. You sell off. Because you better believe if you don't, they're going to invent something against you, try and take it from you, the government or somebody. And once an ex-felon, always an ex-felon. I had a cop pull me over recently, and that dude kept saying to me, "And how many years do you do in prison?" And finally, I told him, "Yeah, 15 fucking years ago, bro. And I ain't had police contact once until right now. 15 fucking years later." And the other one goes, that's impressive. It is impressive, homeboy. It is. It's something I'm very proud of. And you're over here treating me like I'm a criminal, like I'm doing something bad. In the meantime, homie, what you think I came to your small-ass little town to do that? That's why I waited 15 years to come over here. Get the fuck out of here, homeboy. Take your bias and your ignorance and get the fuck away from me, homie. But cops are dirty, man. Cops are dirtbags these days. They really are. They'll go to the ends of the earth to prove a theory that they can't prove because it didn't happen. You know, they'll do everything they can in their power to just make you look like you did something you didn't. And then they'll back each other up and try and cover it up. That just happened too to somebody I know, very close to me. But we got it on their tape, so they're fucked. And they're going to get sued. But we'll talk more about that. Yeah, the body cams. Yep. And body cams are all, like, one of them kept turning them on and off. Like, for an hour and a half long misdemeanor stop, this dude turned his camera off 10 times. 10 times. He did not start a new investigation. He was not around anybody that needed to be protected, their identity or any of that, right? But for some reason, it was okay for him to continually turn on and off his camera, although SB 217 in Colorado says that is highly, highly illegal for you to do. So, we'll see. We'll see how that pans out, too. You know? I have somebody very close to me that the police just defaced the firearm on their own camera. They did it, though. Yeah. And they arrested that man for that. Defaced firearm, but on their own camera got caught doing it. Planting evidence. You know, all kinds of crazy shit. You guys would be surprised at the shit that comes in my emails that I don't do stories on. You know, it's like, damn, man. But the dirty cop thing, there was one stop, and it was insane. It was like 16 constitutional violations by one cop in an hour and a half long stop. Yeah. And then I got sent pictures of what the firearm looked like on his camera when he pulled it out of their vehicle, and then what it looked like when it showed up in their discovery, like, you know, defaced. It looked like they took a blowtorch and some acid to this thing. It was wild. Wild. And not one of the cops that was around stood up and said, "Hold on. This ain't right." You know, it's crazy. I'm going to put that story out. Don't you worry. I'm just going to let it pan out in court first. You know, because I'm not going to sink my friend for a story and make him, you know, any more likely or less likely to get, you know, the judge to do what the hell the judge should do. Throw the whole thing out. Censure the damn DA for even bringing it to him, and charge the officer for a federal defacing of a firearm and malicious prosecution. But out here, at least, you can There is no qualified immunity when the cop is a bad actor. You can sue him personally. So that's going to be fun too. That would be cool. It's going to be a dope story to cover. And you guys won't want to miss that. For sure. I promise that. It's pretty cool. But I thought the cops back home in Vegas were dirty. They'll just whip your ass. I'd rather have a cop whip my ass than set me up any day. Yeah. The one cop in that who had the evidence all night long had like an hour-long gap. And my friend never got footage of them bringing it in and processing it in as evidence to the police station. So for an hour and a half, they don't know where this dude is with all of this. Well, my friend doesn't. And it shows up looking the way it did. It's like, damn, fool. Like, you just didn't even care, huh? You probably just went home to the garage and just busted this dude's shit up real quick and then showed up at the cop station like I'm here, and like nobody said, hey, where were you for the last hour and a half? Or what the fuck happened to this? It didn't look like this when I saw it on scene. None of that. So we'll see how it plays out. Because we might have to go picket at that dude's trial. You know? Show up like, hell no, we won't go type shit. Like, no justice, no peace. Because small towns been getting away. We watch documentary after documentary on Netflix about these small town cops and judges and lawyers, and they're all in on it, right? And they take some kid with a, you know, the 65 IQ and they charge him for murder, and it sticks somehow, right? Like, this, it's not dead. It's not quite dead yet. They still got those small towns that are like that. And my boy ran across one of them. Not quite getting there yet, boys. This stuff grew wild in my yard. I didn't plant it. I didn't ask for it. I noticed it after my brother had already chopped the first one's down. I said, hold on, that looks like something else. Hey, Anna, I'm telling you, listen, it's extreme. And it's all on their own footage. So that's the cool thing, is they're not introducing any new evidence into this case whatsoever. They're just, hey, this is the police evidence that the police gave, and they're about to get burned down by their own evidence that caught them doing this. Like the cop, yeah, I'm not going to say it, because who knows? Who knows if that cop knows that I'm his friend and he'll be watching this, and I don't want to alert him to any of his boo-boo-ness that we were onto. You know, you want to catch him with his pants down in court and be like, aha moments. Like, well, Mark Furman moments, right? You want that dude pleading the fifth. Mark Furman wouldn't even answer his own name at the end of that thing. He pled the fifth to everything. I plead the fifth. I plead the fifth. I plead the fifth. As O.J. Simpson's lawyers, that was the greatest trial attorney conglomerate of all time. And they literally nitpicked every piece of evidence and every witness until there was nothing left of that case. And that's how you have to win something like that. But it doesn't help when Mark Furman is pleading the fifth when he's asked, did you manufacture evidence in this case against Mr. Simpson? I plead the fifth. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Why in the hell would the lead detective plead the fifth in something like that? And that's all you needed. And then you got Johnny Cochran, if the glove don't fit, you must have quit. And then, you know, I mean, that's the John Moments of the world. We had an attorney, John Momment, wanted to slap his own client with a phone book in court, in open court, in front of the jury and the judge, to show that it would not leave a bruise. Ask the judge, ask Bonaventure if he could do it. I would like permission to hit my client with a phone book right now. I want that lawyer every time. Every time, because he's willing to just YOLO. Judge, you got a phone book I can borrow? No, I'm going to hit him with it, not anybody else. He wants me to. That's my kind of lawyer. Well, Your Honor, if he's asking me to do it, I think we should at least be able to do this. I was like, damn, John Mom is a cold motherfucker, dude. And he was Tony the Ant Spilatro's lawyer also. So if you're guilty, get a lawyer. If you're innocent, get to. Hey, listen, I don't know if anybody said anything true or ever on my show. I don't know. God. And it seems like you get deep into these cases, man, and the DA and your lawyer are out there playing golf, you know? And in these small towns, they were on the football team together, right? They were building cars to race together, you know, probably jerking each other off. My point is this. They grew up together. If you're not from there, your lawyer don't give a shit the plea deal you take, right? He just wants the case to be over with so he can go golf with his buddy who's trying to put you away. And they can talk about the next sap that they don't know that's from out of town that got pulled over on some dumb shit. You know? It's crazy. Hey, what's up? What is that? Z? Salute. But that's the legal system these days, man. We'll see. We'll see. One thing my friend did have going for him is the original judge that heard the probable cause was like, I got real problems with the probable cause, and I got real problems with you calling these defaced. Like right off the bat. Now, that wasn't the judge that they're seeing now, but that was a probable cause judge, and he said he had a real problem with this case. So that's a good sign, because usually judges don't say stuff like that. And he put himself on record to do it. Word of an unsuccessful street dude? Who's unsuccessful, homie? I know you ain't talking to me. My shit is impeccable, homeboy. Unsuccessful. That's cute. That's cute. You're talking to me specifically. Oh, cool. Cool, cool. I'm talking to you specifically, too. Isn't that wild? How the internet has made it to where lames can just show up and fucking say whatever they want and do it with relative anonymity because nobody is there to punch them in the fucking mouth. But, I mean, yeah, that's cool. I am unsuccessful, by the way. I'm highly unsuccessful. You nailed that one. That's probably pretty true. Define success. What are you talking about? I've had kids. I've had a house. I've had all that. So I'm successful that way. You know. I've had $1 million and I've lost probably twice that. So not very successful that way. We'll give you that. Define success, though. Let's see, not really. Got no problem dropping my shit. Uh-oh. What'd I drop? If I knew who the fuck you were. Oh boy. This is fun now. Getting caught on your own dirty and trying to wiggle out with a lawyer on my own dirty. I don't get caught on dirty. What are you talking about, fool? Let me think of all my cases. No. Nope. Impeccable, homeboy. Lame. But I am trying to wiggle out with a lawyer. I'm a fucking hustler, homeboy. Of course I'm gonna wiggle out with a lawyer, but I ain't gonna do it on your name. Whoever you are, you fucking weirdo. The Sphere in Vegas goes hard. Hey, you ain't lying. You ain't lying even a little bit. I love that thing. And I ain't never wiggled out on nobody's name, homeboy. You better slap your mom for being a hoe. You know? That's all I'm saying. She wiggled out. Your dad should have wiggled out of your mom. Homo. You ain't gonna get me in my feelings, though. Did ya? Yeah, buddy. Yeah. This is just the bullshit that I'm just sitting here kind of peeling stems out of. It's legal here and it grows here on its own, so. Yeah, AC. I don't worry about all that. What's up, man? Hope you're having a good one. Make sure, yeah, for sure. For sure. It is important this year. That's a fact. But it's important every year. Look how the last one turned out, though. Hey, where'd that lame go? I wonder who he is. Say your name, lame. State your claim, lame. That's all. More than ever. Hey, right now it matters big time. Big time. If y'all don't vote, man, whatever comes, and it's your fault. I'm gonna blame you, right? As I'm coming over next door. When you're at work, homie, and I'm taking your stuff, it's all your fault, homie. You did this to me, right? I could have made it in a different environment, but you guys keep getting these dump trucks to lead us into fucking nothing. It's crazy. Hey, I bet you didn't. Hey, you gotta be a cold motherfucker to send your kids out into San Francisco for some trick-or-treating. No, sir. I was worried about you, Dave, when you fell off that electric scooter and I thought you knocked yourself out, that they was going to come and get your tasty cakes, homie. And with you being knocked out, you wouldn't even know, right? You just wake up like, something's not right. Something's off here, right? Imagine sending your kid out to somebody's door in San Francisco. Yeah. It would be my fault. The only real... What? What the fuck are you talking about, weirdo? Who are you? Are you Tiny from around the way? Is that what you're... Who are you? What kind of homo does all this fucking riddles to say who they are? This ain't a magic show, homeboy. State your fucking claim. Who the fuck are you? Quit being weird. Come over here talking about fucking weirdos, homie. Over here, 10 steps of fucking riddles to fucking find out who you are. Get through the Chinese finger trap to find out you're a fucking lame anyway. How about that, punk? If you was about that business, you'd been over here talking to me about it. Fucking weirdo. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, Nicholas. Sorry, guys. I mean, come up out of my motherfucking, you know, my calm. But some people are just weird to me. Oh, yeah, recall the... So Lil Dave walked up into this restaurant, and there was a couple of members, some older members from the Mongols there, minding their own business, doing their own thing, you know. Lil Dave sees them, recognizes them, obviously. They've been in the club for a minute. They recognize Lil Dave, obviously, because, you know, he was the national P, man. Then his girl, his girl stone cold, and he's still with her. No way, dude. I wonder how many nights he's stayed up just staring at this bitch, dog. Like, how could you? How could you? A woman does that to me. Man. She must got some fire gina, homie. She has to. Like, why? It can't even be explained that way either. How you gonna stick with the chick who sold you down the river to your own homies like that because she was mad that you was out banging somebody else? You're the national P of the Mongols. Of course you're banging somebody else. You're banging 5 somebody else's. It's like going to prison and getting mad because your girl's with Sancho. Grow up. Jesus Christ. Tell Sancho to shut the fuck up when I'm talking. How about that? Tell him to go mind his business, have a cigarette, and take my clothes off. That's it. That's it. Stop eating my kids' juice fruits. Yeah, snacks. Hook up your contact, and I'll send you mine. I'm not the public platform you are. What the fuck are you talking about? Don't be weird. Don't be fucking weird. I don't know who you are. Somebody, did he say who he is, James? I don't really want to scroll back. How am I going to get hold of you? Don't even know who you are. You're weird. You're weird. Just weird enough for me to try and fucking figure it out. Ain't weird. Okay. Okay. Ten out of 10 people that are crazy say they're not crazy. Just has a little bit of that feel. Say it here on live and I'll message it. What are you talking about, fool? Message what? Oh, yeah. Hey, you can hit me up. Vegas prison stories on Facebook Messenger. You can hit me up at the Truman Show 80@gmail.com. There you go. Boom. Oh, I bet I know. You from Bakersfield, homie? Don't be salty. Don't be salty. It was in the paperwork, homie. Straight up from the streets. I gave you my email just now. Ho. 80. The Truman Show. Like the movie, homie. The Truman Show 80. Here, somebody type that shit the fuck out. Martha Anna, can you type out my email address, please? Somebody's got a bone to pick, and I do not fucking run away from shit like that, so. Okay. Spell, you think I'm gonna sit here and spell my email address? You got me fucked up twice, homie. You're lucky I'm fucking, there it is, boom. The Truman Show 80@gmail.com. See it? You see it just right there. Right? Yeah? Cool. Thank you, Chuck. I appreciate you, Bubba. Yeah. Thanks, gotcha. How old is you? I don't know, man. Fuck, how old am I? 44. Jesus Christ, I'm getting old. 44. See? Oh, him? Yeah. You're 43? Oh, okay. Cool story. Old enough, that's right. Old enough to fuck your mom or your sister. Hey. All right. I was supposed to get off earlier. This is why I didn't get off, though, right? I like this type of shit, though. I like to know when I've offended somebody because that means that I hit the truth. Motherfuckers, slights don't get that far. They do for a half a second. But you hit a motherfucker in his truth, that motherfucker hates you forever. I swear to God, he'll cuss you out. Cuss you and your mama and everybody else out, man. So. Oh, fuck me, dude. Been sitting too long. You're doing something right. Hey, you know what? The cool thing is the real motherfuckers don't get offended by it. In these clubs, they're like, damn. I fucking hate that he does this shit, but I've said it how many times? Call me a liar and I'll stop doing it. You know? Call me a liar and I'll stop saying whatever it is you fucking prove I'm a liar on, I'll stop saying it. Because I don't fuck around. I'm not just going to take the word of somebody and run with it and get myself in a wreck. You know? There's a million stories that are almost true. That would have been cool stories. It would have made me tens and tens of dollars on YouTube, but I don't do them because, hey, I can't verify it. So, Michael Merrill, what's up, homie? Mm-hmm. Thank you. Yeah. Amen to that, Mike. Amen to that. Anna's been a real friend to me. And some people could think that I'm not being a real friend by, like, I don't judge how many times I call somebody uh, in any given time as a catalyst for friendship. Like, it's not gonna put a price tag on our friendship, right? How many times a motherfucker calls me or I call them, right? It's when I need somebody bad, I need somebody I can trust. That's when I know. And Anna is somebody I've called in a major situation in my life, a couple of major situations in my life. That's who I went to, right? So that shows a level of she's seasoned to life, and I respect the fuck out of her opinion. So, yep. And she don't sugarcoat shit, so I like it. Much love and respect to the real ones, guys. Oh, okay, Jacob. Have at it, Bubba. I'm going to lay down, guys. My meds have been in for a minute, so yeah. I'm getting tired. Time to go to bed. Anyway, Lil Dave ran up in there, busting his gums. Boom, boom, boom. They get to jawing at each other. Yeah, there's like four of them. The older member walks up. You know, he's not going to be about talking so much. Allegedly, maybe somebody throws something that looks like a fist and it hits Dave upside his head. And Dave pulls out the box cutter, allegedly, and tries to, you know, across his throat. And superficial wound, but a wound nonetheless. And you don't know how bad it is when it's going because it's a neck wound. And the cop showed up immediately. Right then. Like the melee never even really got off the ground. And Lil Dave pulled a weapon on, you know, old ass man. There you go. I don't know. I'm probably going to try to fight my way out of the old man first before I start pulling stuff. But Lil Dave knows the consequences, right? He knows the consequences are dire. So he went straight to it, I guess. And whatever. I'm not in his position. I don't know. If it was me, I probably would have tried to, let's fire a couple off, right? Let's ring each other's bell up a little bit. And then if I got to, I got to. I'm dirty like that anyway in a fight. I'll dope fiend you. I will hit you with everything between us, right? I don't care. I don't care. There ain't no rules. This is the streets, you know? I'm just trying to make it out of this thing. So I'll eye gouge and hook and all that. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yep. So did he show heart by doing that? No, not at all. The opposite. He showed kind of a weak. I don't know. I'm weak right now because of my health, though. And if somebody came up on me, I'm too old for that. I'm too old for ass whoopings, and Dave's older than me, so I'm probably I'm probably pulling something right off the bat, too. So I can't come down on him too hard, but at the same time, like they were bros and they knew each other and they were getting into this thing, and like he just went straight to that. So I don't know. No rules in a street fight at all. No rules. We'll beat up a dude trying to be a ref in a street fight, and then we'll get back to fighting each other, you know. But get to eye to pop. What? How much it take to get to eye to pop? Fuck you talking about? What are you most envied? What are you talking about? The eye to pop. Now your riddles are way off. You fucking got me confused. Oh, how many pounds of pressure it takes eye to pop? I don't know. I've seen somebody else. I haven't ever, but I've seen it dangle. Yeah. On an eye gouge, and then I know to pull an ear off's like 7 pounds, something like that. I will tell you, no, fuck you. Not even worth talking to. You can go to the streets and you can ask. Slake did. Ain't been back since, but wasn't there the first place either. He was in Las Vegas, New Mexico. But, yeah. Like, I'm very comfortable in me, homie, and who I am. Very comfortable. And I don't say nothing without being able to back it up. And when I back it up, I'll back it up, homie. Somebody feels some type of way, there ain't no coward in me, homie. That's just the way it is. Yep, there it is, 7 pounds of pull force, see? That's a crazy thing to even think about or know. All we got is ourselves. That's it. That's it right there. I'm fake. Yeah, okay. Yeah. That's fine. That's fine. I promise. Hey, how you even answer that? I'm not going to sit here and go through my resume, homie. But I never have been that guy either. You know? I'm the guy who sits here and befriends people, and then they go, oh, you did this and this and this, and I knew you were that motherfucker that did this. And it's like, it's not a fucking secret, but at the same time, I wasn't trying to put it on YouTube. But here we are. Yep. Unlegend. That's it right there, unlegend. I like that. Yeah. Yeah, I'm the anti-legend, homie. That's it. Yeah. I like that. I'm going to put that. Allegedly. Hey, all I'm saying is, fuck you. Straight up. Yeah. What? I ain't a junior either. Oh. Oh, are you senior? From Bakersfield? I ain't a junior either. What the fuck? Hey, homie, are you one of them fucking cops? Are you one of them corrections officers, homie? Caught me out my fucking feelings for a second. Yeah. Y'all just saw a little bit of the real Rick for a minute. Am I from Arizona? I lived in Phoenix for like, some years. Probably 5 or 6 years, 7 years. Enough to start going to the ballpark, laughing at the Diamondbacks, beginning to like the Diamondbacks, knowing all the Diamondbacks, who they, you know, not knowing them like that, but knowing them. And then, next thing you know, I'm a Diamondbacks fan, homie, die hard, and I can't help it. Yeah, that's Clayton Bigsby, homie. Yep. Yep. That's tight, right? He says, is that a Bigsby? It is, sir. I lost your self-control. I do that sometimes, homie. Yeah, it does happen. And yeah, it's costed some situations in my life and other people's. So it happens. It happens. You should come to my house and talk to me. You're welcome. You're more than welcome. More than welcome. I will not trespass you, I promise. Too late been busted? Yes, but all good though. Wanted me to get my, yeah, your cheeks busted. Hey, homie. I didn't want you to get your cheeks busted. Look, I was just saying, when you were on the electric scooter and you fell, I thought you was knocked out, and I was scared for your cheeks, homie. I was nervous. I was nervous as fuck. I was like, they're gonna get him. Somebody gonna at least check this man's oil while they're walking by. And I'm not even convinced they didn't, because the movement on the ground was a little off. It was jerky. So, yeah, fake internet beef, I'm guessing. I don't know. I don't really try to do that because it goes to other places. You know what I'm saying? Like it can that quick. Because don't get it twisted. I got not much in life, you know. I've been able to control myself for the most part since I've been out here on my own. But if he dies, he dies. I don't know. Yeah, hey, yeah. I'm telling you right now, we need to invent something for Fast Ass Dave for those kind of nights where he's, you know, purity is not ever going to be threatened if he should fall off and knock himself out on the sidewalk, you know? Man, I know you didn't ask that. Hey, yeah, I mean, I try. I try. It's a gnarly lifestyle. It's fun. It's fun. Shit gets wild. And then it hopefully is boring. But not too boring. But boring, right? Sometimes I go crazy, man. I'll just go stir crazy. I sit here and I'm like, and I drive everybody in the house crazy. The dogs feel it and shit. They'll be pacing with me. And it's like, just settle your ass down, Rick. You know, just calm, chill. You say all the fight words. They say you don't. What? Didn't say you don't hear. Yeah, shut up, fool. Shut up. You're fucking weird. He said a legend 03. Oh, you were born in 03? That can't be. I don't beef with 21-year-olds. That I'm aware of. I don't know. I don't beef with anybody, really. If you got a fucking problem with me, call me. If you can't call me, then we don't know each other well enough to have a problem. Straight up. Yeah. Or something like that. I don't know. As in some kind of poem book. I don't know. I was trying to think of a poem book there, but that's not my forte right there. So, yeah. Edgar Allan Poe's greatest hits. There you go. If you can't call me, shut the fuck up. Something like that. Hey, I'm glad to be back. I'm glad to be back. And that's a fact. Because your boy, I don't know. It goes hard. It goes hard in the paint. Life goes hard on me. I don't know. So I don't flip out on idiots like this dude. You just frustrate for no reason. Now I got to cut off, like the last 10 minutes or something. Just, all right. I'll do that right now. Hey, email me. All this. You're an idiot. I gave a professional, not a person. It's a fucking email and it'll go right to me. So it's fucking lame. Hey, email me, don't email me. You know, whatever you're doing, I'm sure you're fucking got one in your mouth anyway, dude. Straight up. Done talking to you, weirdo. I'm out of here, guys. And, yeah, I'm gonna go chill. Tug one out to this dude's mom and probably go to bed. Straight up. That sounds like fun. Yeah. And eat a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Thank you for coming to Vegas Profile Stories. I hope each and every one of you have a great, amazing day. Thank you for coming, and I'll see you guys next time. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, I even hope you have a great night. And the fucking psych ward, weirdo.